When my son Roman decided to enlist in the infantry at the age of 18, I couldn't help but wonder how military life might change the funny, laid-back kid who had once decorated his bedroom door with a sticker that read, "Wake for food." I found out, though, in a phone conversation one morning as he and his unit were deploying for the first time to a combat zone in the Middle East. "This will be my last call for a while," he said. "There are no phones where we're going, no internet either." "And where's that?" I asked. He said he wasn't allowed to tell, but I attempted a few guesses anyway. "Mom," he finally said with feigned exasperation. During his years as a teenager, I'd often heard the real thing. Back then, it had been my job to ask the questions. "Homework finished? When does the movie end? Who's driving?" And it was his job, or so it seemed then, to answer with as few syllables as possible. But that day on the phone, Roman wanted to talk. "Is Dad there?" he asked. "Not right now," I told him. Several months earlier, my husband had been laid off from his job. He'd been looking for work since then, and dreaming, too, of starting his own business. "Dad's not there? Shoot," Roman said, adding in a voice that trailed off, "There's something I really need to talk to him about." "Can I help?" I asked. No answer. "Roman?" "Well, okay, I guess so." He sighed from half a world away. I waited for the rest and wondered what it could be. "Got a pen, Mom?" "Yes." "And a piece of paper?" With each question, his voice gained authority, and then he told me what he hadn't wanted to tell me, how he'd taken out a life insurance policy for the maximum the Army offered. "Now, if anything happens to me, here's what I want done with that money." I jumped in to stop that kind of talk. What mother wouldn't? "Mom, please, just write this down." And so, cradling the phone between cheek and shoulder, I took my son's dictation, writing first a few words about paying for his sister's college, then a line about taking care of me, and finally a phrase for his father. "Help Dad start his business." "Did you get all that?" he asked. "Yes," I whispered. We chatted a few minutes more. Maybe it was about the weather or the food or the fellas in his platoon. I don't remember. My mind was still reeling with a changed reality, my heart twitching with a strange new sadness and a growing pride. When I'd answered the phone that day, I heard the voice of the boy I used to remind to eat his vegetables and pick up his socks, the same kid who balked at wearing a bike helmet, the teenager who played his hard rock CDs way too loud. I'd said, "Hi, Roman," to all those guys. But at the end of that morning's conversation, it was a man I said goodbye to.